to be created, and who will be involved?
Well, there's like any other country that has been devastated by war. If you look at World War II, you have London, you have Warsaw, you have Dresden, you have Stalingrad, you have Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all devastated by war. Everybody got together, they built their cities back, and today they are some of the most amazing cities around the world. So like any other place in the world, this is how Gaza will be rebuilt.
Do you believe the Trump administration is engaged in good faith efforts to bring a ceasefire, a permanent ceasefire in the Middle East, based on their recent comments about the group of the Arabs?
Well, let's hope so. I mean, the only way forward is a two-state solution. This is agreed upon by every member state around the globe, and this is what we're all working for since day one of this. This has been 100 years ordeal. We can't let this go on. Two-state solution is the only solution that has not been tried to date. The only solution that has not been tried to date is an end to occupation and the existence of a Palestinian state. Everything else did not work. This is the only way forward, and I believe the international community is all behind that.
Refugees from around the world, and especially from the Arab world, places where there's been war, are going like to Europe, to everywhere around the world. Why couldn't those who want to emigrate from Gaza do the same?
Who said those who want to are blocked from doing the same? Like everywhere else, there's no place like home. And as Dr. Riyadh said, this is their home. They don't want to leave anywhere else. They have nowhere else. This is their home.
Egypt does block entry into its country from Gaza.
Let me just say,
yes.
We should not have a theoretical debate of what the Palestinian people want and they don't want. What we need to do is to respect the wishes of the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people who marched, 500,000 of them, on their feet, from the southern part of Gaza to the northern part of Gaza, knowing that they are going to destroy properties and homes, it is a clear signal that they want to go back to the places where they were born, where they have memories, where they have stories, where they have connection between them and the land. It is in our DNA. If some people tell us that they were exiled 2,000 years ago from a piece of land and then they are entitled to return to it, why is it so surprising that we, the Palestinian people, that should not be allowed to go to the places that we love the most? And then they tell us about those who were exiled 2,000, then they came and turned the desert into paradise. We are able to turn the destroyed beautiful areas that used to be beautiful in the Gaza Strip to what we want it to be. We are resilient people. If we are not oppressed, if we are not being killed, if in large numbers, if we are not being put in prisons in large numbers, just once we have that opportunity to exercise the self-determination on the lands of our ancestors, our fathers and grandfathers, then watch us as Palestinians, what wonders we will do. There is no one that can rebuild what they want to rebuild, to have paradise here and there, and we, the Palestinian people, cannot do the same and maybe more. So respect the position of the Palestinian people, the desire of the Palestinian people, and to respect what they decide. Don't kill them, don't force them, don't starve them, don't deny them hospitals, don't deny them schools, and then say they have the right to migrate away from hell. That is not fair, that is not correct, that is not congruent with humanity. One last question.
Are there specific steps you would like to see the Security Council or the GA take in the next, say, 2 weeks?
Yes. We told the Security Council for the next few weeks, you have two things that you declared that you are united around. One is the implementation of Security Council Resolution 2735 that has many things, including the rebuilding of Gaza, returning to Gaza, and unifying it with all the lands of the State of Palestine. And the other thing that we asked him for that, the implementation of this resolution, implement your joy and happiness in which you declared unanimously in statements in the Security Council that you are welcoming and committing yourself to the agreement on the ceasefire and the implementation of these 3 stages in it. So we told them, this is what we want from you now. That doesn't mean that for them to go and relax. And in fact, I said in the meeting yesterday with the European Union, in which there were 6 members of the Security Council in that meeting between the Arab representatives and the Europeans, you will have few weeks in order to make a difference in the defense of these 2 things. And if we do not see serious commitment to these things, then we will go to Plan B, which I will not share with you, nor I shared with them then. But we are flexible, we are reasonable, we are willing to work with whoever wants to work with us to see the implementation of these 2 things, the resolution and the agreement. But we will not accept that whatever will happen will be at the expense of the Palestinian people. We paid more than enough in terms of those who were killed in the Gaza Strip and in the West Bank. More than 50,000 without adding the perhaps more than 10,000 under the rubbles, and more than 110,000 injured. Enough is enough. We paid more than we should have. We should not have been put in that situation. But in spite of that, we need to put an end to this tragedy, to this genocide, and to begin the process of healing, fixing the schools, fixing the hospitals, cleaning the roads, having clean water, putting our lives in order to allow for temporary housing and shelters to be erected, so to pave the way for the reconstruction stage. The Arabs, based on the plans that we submitted as the leadership of the Palestinian people, which we circulated it to all members of the United Nations. If you don't have it, we'll be more than happy to circulate it to you. The Arabs, based on that and other creative ideas, led by our brothers from Egypt, will be in the next few days, as a result of consultations at high levels in Riyadh and the summit in Egypt on the 27th, and a ministerial meeting in Jeddah of the OIC on the 7th of March, we will be able to put the alternative for those who say there is no alternative but their ideas, to show that the Arabs, the Muslims, together, and many of our friends, we have plans of how we can save Gaza, how we can help the people in Gaza to pave the way for beginning the process of reconstructing Gaza, and we will. And many said in the meetings that I refer to, especially with the Europeans, between the technical know-how by many and the financial resources by our brothers, the Arabs, we will be able not to abandon the Palestinian people, but let them to be resurrected from the dooms of what happened to them in the Gaza Strip, to the glory of where they can be, and to the genius of the Palestinian people, because we are the most educated people in the Middle East. So we can do wonders. Trust us. Thank you very much, and thank you to my colleagues.